Meow meow, this is Onyx the Fortuitous, star of Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls. I don't know. And you're listening to the Horror Squad podcast. It's pretty cool.
Hello, welcome back to the Horror Squad podcast, episode number 429. Tonight we're talking about 2004 Skin Deep, which was my pick. I'm Todd. We have Steve. We are Joeless today. I actually didn't think of a joke. Damn it, that's a missed opportunity. I usually say he like stuck his pee-pee in a wall outlet or something, but well, we'll go with that one. Steve, what's going on, man?
And not too much, just enjoying finally. I think spring is like officially here. It's, snow is gone and I cannot be happier. I'm so sick of it, man. So it's nice to go outside, for a little bit and enjoy the fresh air.
Yeah. I'm not
Hopefully,
enjoying mowing the lawn. I've mowed it like fucking four times.
we're not there yet. It's still too frozen, but
Yeah.
we're almost there. Yeah.
Yeah, well. Is your
Yeah.
favorite holiday or not holiday season spring?
Yeah, spring, summer, like
Spring, summer? I hate
yeah.
the summer, dude.
I know everyone like is gonna say, "How don't you? Why can't you say fall?" Well, it's because I know what comes after, and it's depressing. Like if fall's just stayed the fall and it went back to spring, yes, I would love the fall the most. But
Come on. There's something special though about like leaves falling down and that little crisp in the air.
oh yeah, no, for sure, I love fall. It's just I hate what follows, you know.
Nips start getting hard.
Yeah, but spring like, after a hard long winter, it's just oh my God, you just smell that poopy ground, and like yeah, it's nice.
Now, granted, I never experienced the Canadian winter,
Mhm.
but I gotta say summer is my least favorite because I just don't like being hot, you know,
Yeah,
especially when you gotta do yard work and shit. So summer would be my least favorite. And spring, spring can suck it, dude.
really.
You know, I like the birds making fucking nests in my the wreaths on the front door, so I can't use the wreath every spring, and
Right.
it's locked off again because my wife refuses to let me use the front door, and they're of course using it again. I always end up like there's always fucking rabbits jumping in front of the road every damn spring that happens. So I'll go summer, least favorite spring, and I'll go winter and then fall. My ranking there of the seasons, but
Yeah, I'd probably go. Summer's my favorite just because it's
ugh,
like cool
gross.
time and get to hang out outside at night and all that kind of stuff. Then I'd go spring, then fall, and then like way, 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 way down for uh, it's winter.
Don't you guys not have mosquitoes up there?
We absolutely have
Okay,
mosquitoes,
where did
and
I
they
hear
are
that from?
the
That's
worst.
some propaganda.
Now
Fucking
we
Canadian
have like
propaganda, dude.
yeah, we have like a mosquito season. We don't have
Ugh.
mosquito, like you're not gonna get bit by a mosquito in fucking February, but
Yeah.
like in the yeah, we definitely have mosquitoes.
Okay. Well, good.
Yeah,
They've come back from hell already over here, so
that's right.
another 6 months of those fuckers before they all die. Fuck off somewhere.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
yeah, movie wise, final episode submitted to some online distributors for Tubi. We'll see what happens with that. Been hard at work making the Blu-rays. I think I'm up to 15 produced now, and I test each of them just to make sure. I would hate to get a Blu-ray and it didn't work, so I don't watch the whole fucking movie. That'd be insane. But make sure the main movie starts and that the special features start, and then I turn it off. So
Yeah,
um,
we did our commentary
we did.
since we last recorded. That was a lot of fun.
Super fun.
We could probably do like five commentaries and say something different. It's
Hmm.
crazy because it's I mean it's an hour 23 minutes or something like that,
Yeah.
and it feels like a lot of time, but it really isn't.
Mm-mm.
It's just there's so much to say. But yeah, it'll be nice to have some stories out there in the commentary, and then we'll have other things like special episode of the podcast where we're gonna have an episode kind of dedicated to the movie once it's released, and interviews with the casts of different stuff. It's gonna be a lot of final episode talk in the next
Yeah.
couple of months. But it's the exciting time, right? Like it's the
It's
fruit of our
safe.
labor.
We made a movie.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a lot of work, man.
Holy shit, is a
It's
lot
two
of
plus
work.
years at this point, and it's man. And
It's
I
funny.
got
A movie's like a tattoo. It hurt like fucking hell, but you're already thinking of the next one while you're in the chair. It's like
right,
it's
yeah, for
weird.
sure, 100%.
Yeah.
And we are thinking of it. We just need to sit down and discuss it. And I got a movie night this weekend with Brent and TJ, who starred in my special delivery. We're gonna sign those posters and send those back up for their premiere, and it's gonna be fun. So yeah, I guess we'll get into what watched here. What you've been watching, Steve?
So yeah, I've been watching some newer movies. I don't know, I've been on a 2026 kick lately. So the first one that I watched is one that I watched, I think it was on VOD, this one. I'm not, yeah, I think I rented this one, and that is 2026. Like I said, Whistle, which is also a movie that Joe reviewed, I think, last week. So Whistle is the story of a guy. He's got this Aztec whistle, and I guess he used it. You don't see it. It happens like before the movie, and he's playing a basketball game, and all of a sudden, he like spontaneously combusts. He starts seeing like demons and shit, and then he just dies. So fast forward a little bit, and this girl, she's new to the school, and she gets his locker because he had passed away. She's new, so that was the locker that was available, and she finds this whistle in the locker. And she shows it to her teacher. Her teacher takes it from her, but then they like one of her friends takes it back, and they're at a party and they blow the whistle, and everyone at that party is now cursed. And so the way that it works with this is basically that you're going to die like soon, kind of like Final Destination, but you die in the manner that you were supposed to die. So let's say you die of cancer, then you start like, let's say lung cancer, for example, you start like your breathing starts fucking up and you start getting thin out of nowhere. And then, like things like you start like feeling gray. And yeah, it's pretty brutal. I'm not going to say much more than that. I thought it was fun, like an easy to watch, not too complicated, kind of dumb, sure, but like something that you could watch on a Saturday night with your buddies. And the kills are pretty solid as well. I mean, there is a CGI element which isn't great, but if you're not going in expecting too much, I think you can have fun with this one. So that's Whistle. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars.
So if they die of old age, do they just turn into an old person in like a minute and die?
Yeah, they start like almost like the when the guy in Last Crusade takes the wrong
Oh,
path, like
yeah,
yeah, that kind of thing. He starts like getting old, like crazy, and then
yeah. When Joe talked about it, I still was into it. Now I'm gonna have to watch it because it sounds pretty neat.
yeah, like honestly, I don't know if I rent it.
I'm not gonna spend 20
You know,
bucks on that.
yeah,
No.
yeah, right. But I would recommend if you see it streaming somewhere to check it out.
All right. My first one here is actually a listener and a friend and a buddy and all that on Discord and in real life. Corey, we exchanged some VHS tapes like a couple, maybe a month ago, and I've started diving into his because I know, like you, Steve, you see like a percentage of movies and like, oh, you watched 90% of the movies in your movie list. You're like, fuck, I got to build that up. So I have a separate list on Letterboxd for the tapes I own, and now is officially at 97% of those I've watched. So I'm like, yes, I'm almost there. But my first one was Death Mask, and this one's from 1998. I'm almost certain this is a made-for-TV movie because it had that vibe for it. But anyway, Linnea Quigley, she plays a young, hot chick that's at a carnival, and she's like a dancer for carnivals. Whatever. She's like a hot chick at a carnival, and there's this old dude that has a death mask thing. Like his whole thing is woodworking. So he like carves shit, and he has a carnival attraction too. Nobody fucking likes it, dude. It fucking sucks. And like the carnival owner is like this young, suave piece of shit guy that's like fucking Linnea Quigley, and he's like telling the old guy like, "Hey, get your sorry act out of here. You don't make me any money." Blah blah blah. So that guy's pissed, dude. Meanwhile, also he has a scar on his face from when he was burned from a kid, and you know what? It's like a 3 inch scar. Is it pretty? No, but you swear the way people look at him and react to him, it's like he's like the Elephant Man. Like it's a scar. Get over it, dude. Everyone's like, "Oh my God," and they shy away from him. Like, oh, okay. So wears like he puts his own prosthetic piece over it, which is obvious. Like it's not your skin, bro. But whatever. So there's a weird kind of relationship. It's father and daughter, but it's also potential lovers between this old dude and Linnea Quigley. Kind of odd, but it's I guess because he treats her nice and he doesn't treat her like a whore like everyone else does in this movie. Anyway, there's like a swamp lady that does some voodoo shit and gives him like a death mask, and when he puts that on, people die, right? And now we're following along as, he has his revenge on people, and he's also sad about it because he doesn't want to kill people, but he has like the thrill, dude. It almost reminds me of George Romero's Bruiser. It's kind of like that, where he doesn't want to be like that, but it kind of takes him over a little bit. And you know what? Like, I give this a solid 3 out of 5. I have no idea if this is streaming anywhere. I watched it on tape. Um, it does have that TV movie vibe to it, but honestly, the relationship between Linnea and the older gentleman, Wilbur, which I don't know the actor's name, James Best, there we are. is actually pretty sweet, and it seems pretty genuine. Like they have a really good chemistry between them. And some of the kills are pretty cool, man. Like he definitely takes revenge on people, and the people you want to have revenge brought against, like that sleazy fucking carnival guy and some other people that make fun of him and shit, definitely get their comeuppance. So if you ever come across it, at a con and you see a tape called Death Mass, I'd pick it up, throw it in the VCR, and see how it is. 3 out of 5.
Nice. My one this week is another 20, I think this is 2026 movie. It might have been late 2025. I'm not sure. Wouldn't make my list anyway. So that is Him, which I watched over, I think, on Amazon Prime. So Him is the story of a young football prospect, and they're saying he's going to be essentially the next like big thing. And his idol is Marlon Wayans, who is like the GOAT in the NFL in this whole story, and he just wants to be just like him and everything like that. So now they're getting close to the draft, and he's like impressing everyone, but he gets a massive injury during a football game. But he thinks he can still go after that injury, with the recovery and everything. But he's a little unsure of himself. People are starting to get a little apprehensive about him. So they send him to a week camp with Marlon Wayans' character, where he's going to essentially like learn from the GOAT and hopefully like become the football player they needs to be to get drafted first in the NFL and then become basically the Marlon Wayans the replacement. It'd be for the same team as well, apparently. So this film, it's interesting. So the first half I thought was really good. The actor, I'm just gonna look up his name, who plays like the prospect, was honestly fantastic. His name's Tyreek Withers, very very good in his role, and Marlon Wayans was actually really good as well. I like the chemistry that they have together. Marlon Wayans, you could tell that something's off with him. His house is like a fucking super weirdo, like cult house in the desert. I don't know. It's hard to describe. It's just got it doesn't look like a regular house basically. And his methods to train him are like almost borderline psychotic. Slight spoiler here, but an example is he has like these other dudes that are helping him, and he's missing passes. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna put this like football launcher and I'm gonna aim it at this guy's head, and if you don't get 3 passes in a row, then I'm gonna shoot this thing. And eventually, of course, he doesn't hit the pass, so boom, like he puts it faster and faster every time that he misses, and the guy starts bleeding, so the pressure's on, so he has to like perform better. So his methods are really crazy, and I thought it would be like an exploration of that, where the more you get into the week, the crazier the training becomes, and it becomes like actual like deadly stakes to really put the pressure on him. But the movie takes a fucking weird turn halfway through involving drugs and hallucinations. And that's where the film fucking just completely lost me. It's a mess, man. Like it could have been really cool. Like it almost felt like a Midsommar vibe where things are kind of psychedelic, but Midsommar like had like it slowly like ramped up, whereas this one it just friggin' goes off the rails completely. Unfortunately, I can't say that I liked it. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. I don't even know if it's worth checking out, to be honest, but it is a really weird film, so maybe you want to. It just wasn't for me. I know some people liked it. Joe, not so much either, which is kind of surprising, but yeah, I mean, it's up to you, but I wouldn't recommend it. So that's Him on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, you're gushing about it on your review on Letterboxd until it fell apart in that second half for
Dude,
you.
it's just like what the fuck? They had such a good thing going,
Mhm.
and then
Maybe
just
I'll check it out.
crash and burn. Yeah.
All right, my next one is another Corey VHS trade, and it's Satan's Little Helper from 2004. So this one is about a young boy. He's like, I don't know, let's call him 12. And he's a little fucking dweeb, man. He has some serious mental health issues to the point where I'm like, this kid needs some intervention. And there's like this game going on. And of course, this is not the intention of the movie. It's supposed to be like a horror comedy, but I'm like, what the fuck? Who's letting this kid do this shit? There's a game called Satan's Little Helper, a video game that he has on like a handheld, he has on his computer, and basically you go around fucking murdering people and you get points for helping Satan. I'm like, all right, red flag number one. That's kind of weird because he's taking it so fucking seriously. He decides to be the devil on Halloween, so traditional red costume, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm Santa's little help or Satan's little helper." Blah blah blah. His mom, played by Amanda Plummer, Pulp Fiction fame and all that. She like enables him. His dad's nowhere to be seen for 90% of the movie, and he comes back randomly. His sister's hot though, Catherine Winnick, I believe her name is, from Vikings, in a younger role. she comes back from college to hang out with him. Oh, also, the little kid, when we meet the older sister, she brings like a new boyfriend over, and the little boy's super jealous of him, and the mom's like, "Oh, well, because he wants to marry his sister when he grows up." Ha ha ha. But like it's not like a cute thing, it's a creepy thing. It's like, ugh, like there's another thing you need to talk to this kid about. One, not worshiping Satan. Two, not marrying your sister, you little freak. But the boyfriend like wants to be friends with a little kid, so he takes him trick-or-treating, and then he like buys a costume, and then it goes from there, right? So everyone in the movie thinks that this serial killer that's going around is the boyfriend just cosplaying essentially and trying to be in character the whole time for the little brother so he doesn't talk and everything. But in reality, he had assaulted the boyfriend, knocked his ass out, and then the little kid saw him killing people and was like, "Are you Satan?" And he nods his head, yes. He's like, "Can I be your helper?" I'm like, "What the fuck is wrong with this kid?" So this kid witnesses this shit. He's like, "Just don't kill my mom and sister, right?" And he just whatever. He takes the killer back to his house. The killer sexually assaults his fucking sister, grabbing her tits and stuff, like going down on her with his mask, and she thinks it's the boyfriend. First of all, confirm who's under the mask. When you like, especially it gets to the point where like, all right, dude, you need to take off the fucking mask, you little creep. No one confirms. Nobody. Not the fucking girlfriend that's getting her fucking tiddlywinked. Not the mom. Not the fucking police. Nothing. Nobody. This guy's going around killing people. He shoplifts. He kills a guy. It's like my short special delivery, man, where we kill a guy in the back of the store and then no one comes and they have enough time to hide the body and drag it around. That's what happens. A busy ass grocery store. They kill the fucking guy that confronts him for shoplifting. They kill him, drag his body, throw him. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I guess it happens in other movies too. But I've it's hard to like because I fucking hate that kid. Like his acting is pretty rough, and the way he giggles at everything is just like grating on your soul. And the twist of who the killer is doesn't make a lot of sense once you see a couple scenes and you're like, wait a minute, that's not possible. But anyway, Saint's Little Helper, basically a slasher, and they think he's Satan, and the kid's a fucking psycho, and he needs some psychological help. Stat. I give it a 2 out of 5. It is currently streaming on Shudder if you want to check it out. It's okay. It has its moments, couple cool kills. But yeah, it's very annoying.
All right, so my last one this week is a 2022 film that I watched over on Tubi, and it's called Paralysis. So I've talked about it multiple times in the past. I suffer from sleep paralysis, so the subject really interests me. And when I saw that this was a movie about sleep paralysis, I thought, hell yeah, I'm going to check it out. So I did, and it's a story of a girl who does have sleep paralysis, but the movie is not about that whatsoever. It's more about her being haunted by her past, essentially. She had traumatic things happening in her past, and the demon, I guess is what you could call it, like manifests itself not only in her sleep, but also in the day and at night and like all the time. So really, the paralysis part is, I don't know, it's such a small part of the story. I don't really understand why they call it that. And the story is her trying to deal with that demon and trying to put things together. She's having conversations with her brother and other people about it, and they're trying to figure things out. But then you realize that there's something off about the conversations that she's having, and then it would get into spoiler territory. So I won't get into it. Not that I think a ton of people are going to watch it, especially after the review I'm going to give. Yeah, this movie's it's not good. Honestly, I didn't really enjoy it. You know, with these really, this is a really low budget film, so I can't fault it too much. But it just it wasn't that interesting to me. The demon looks pretty cool, like the makeup effects that they did have, I was impressed by. But outside of that, I really can't say too much positive here. It just, yeah, it just missed the mark. And if you're gonna call your film Paralysis and you talk about sleep paralysis in your little blurb, it's that's got to be what your film's about, you know. Like you can't just lie. Although there is a little bit of it, it's just yeah, it wasn't for me. I give it 1 out of 5 stars.
Oof,
Yeah,
brutal.
it's not a good one. So Paralysis on Tubi.
All right. My last one here is 1980's Hell of the Living Dead, also known as Night of the Zombies, also known as Virus, directed by Bruno Mattei, who did Steve's favorite film of all time, Cruel Jaws, starring Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Hell yeah,
Knockoff.
man! Hell it is. Not the one that Corona Zombies used as the
Yeah, I believe so.
yeah.
Yeah, fucking stupid ass Corona zombies, Jesus. But this one is so I have a theory that Bruno saw Dawn of the Dead and then Zombie, and just like, you know what? I'm gonna steal a bunch of shit from this and make my own movie. Because the SWAT team dresses just like the SWAT team in Dawn of the Dead. They even have the same exact musical cues and score that Goblin put together for Dawn of the Dead. And then, of course, from Zombie, they're on an island. They're on a remote island with a bunch of slow ass zombies, and there's naked shit. It's just like so many coincidences. Even some of the shots are directly lifted from these movies. For example, it's a running gag in Dawn where, a zombie takes a rifle or something and then walks off with it. And we see that zombie throughout the film. Same thing. He grabs a rifle, he walks off with it. It's like, man, and I get it. I love those films too. This movie, I have a great time with it because I love Italian zombie films, and of course I'm going to give zombies a little extra star every time, and it has that Italian charm to it. When the zombies are on screen, it's awesome. I love the zombie gore. They have sweet practical effects with heads exploding and heads getting bashed in and gunshots and all that. But they also have a ton of stupid shit that I don't care about. Like mostly there's like they're in Papua New Guinea, so there's a bunch of tribe stuff. So these people end up in a tribe and like it's hard to follow. Like this one chick that gets rescued by the SWAT team after her two other people in her party were brutally murdered. She decides like, oh, we're gonna go to this tribe and they don't understand the white man. So what I'm gonna do is get naked and go into their tribe. What she does, and I'm like, why is that the thing to do? And she's like, don't come after me for an hour. I'm like, bitch, you're going into like unknown grounds naked. You need some help probably. She goes in there and it's like fucking 20 minutes of them just dancing and talking and shit. And then the zombies show up and then we're back to square one. But so there's a bunch of stupid shit. And essentially at the part of the story is there's this chemical factory that releases this toxin that turns zombies into, to zombies. And then there's this, special ops team that's going in to try to clean things up. And there's also eco-terrorists and reporters that are trying to figure out what's going on. And there's a little bit too much for its own good. If it would have stuck to the maybe like reporters looking at tribes and then the zombies attack, I think that would have been a better film. But like I said, it has some great gore in it, some great moments, but I do not give a shit about any of the characters. Like Dawn of the Dead, I love every single one of them. But in this one, I couldn't even tell you what a first name for any of them are because they're just cardboard copies and they're trying their best to mimic those films. They don't quite get there. I still give it a 3.5 out of 5. I watched this on DVD, the Blue Underground version, but it looks like it's streaming on Pluto and Prime here in the US. So, yeah,
Bruno Mattei, just man,
he's a banger, dude.
a complete thief of other movies. Like,
That's what he does.
Cruel Jaws is exactly the same thing. I mean, it's not only is it obviously a ripoff of Jaws,
Mhm.
it's also like takes shots from other shark movies for the
Yeah,
shark scenes, and then uses like Star Wars music because
I'm pretty
you
sure
know,
he did one that mimics the Terminator.
is it him that did that?
I'm pretty sure it was
I
called
know,
like
I know he did multiple
Shocking
of these.
Dark or something. I don't know, but yeah, he does that shit all the time.
Yeah, yeah. It's anyway. Shout out to Bruno Mattei.
Shout out to Bruno. Recipes, bud.
Yep,
Roll Jaws is fucking amazing.
I love Cruel Jaws. And yeah,
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
All right, so on to the main feature here. We got Skin Deep from 2004, directed by Mr. Gabriel Bartalos. Meet the Surgeon General. That's the tagline. Meet the Surgeon General. Okay, well, we could have been better than that. An ordinary family goes on a trip by car, but their car breaks down. The dutiful father of the family immediately sets off to get help and seems to find it with a nice elderly lady. The woman invites the whole family to dinner, but the hospitality soon turns out to be an ambush, ambush, ambush. So that's pretty much sums it up, man. So this family of dweebs are on a road trip or whatever, and they have a breakdown. Oh, and they go by like a car crash, and they're like gawking at it, and the sheriff is fucking weird as hell, and he doesn't ever come back, right?
At
Like,
the end,
does he? I don't remember
at
that
the
part.
very very end, the girl goes back to the sheriff's office
Oh,
to
does. Oh, okay, now I do.
yeah.
And he's like, everyone's just fucking acting weird. So the dad like walks off after the car has trouble, and he goes to this diner, and the girl's like, "Sure, you can come hang out with me. Nothing's creepy about me at all." And then they walk into the fucking this house that is doesn't even look like it. It looks like a fucking barn. And they're like going like no one the family is so stupid that no one ever questions anything in this place. They go down to okay, so it's hard to explain this movie. It's kind of like Spookies, man. So the core of the story is family gets stranded, they go for help, and they get captured by a group of people that try their best to be the Hills Have Eyes and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but not as good and more insane and stupid, if that makes sense. Because you have characters named Plates, played by Warwick Davis. You have a character named Brain who has a giant fucking brain and shows his dong, right? You have the creator, is that his name? That just fucking weird as shit.
Yeah.
And we're following this group as they try to survive with this fucking weirdo family. First time seeing it for me. Reason I picked it, I mentioned it last episode because Joe sent a reel when the kid dies, and I thought it was funny, and I looked it up, and it was on Tubi. So here we are. What'd you think, Steve?
God damn. Is this a movie? First of all, 2004, this looks like it was filmed in the fucking early 80s. Like
Oh
the
yeah,
quality is absolutely god awful. The voiceover, I guess, like especially when the grandma's talking, is off completely. It just sounds
yeah.
super weird, but it almost adds to it at the same time. I didn't know what to make of this movie. It's so odd. Like it's so out there. How did Warwick Davis owe money to someone on this production? Because God damn,
They
this
threatened
movie.
his family.
Yeah, they
Play
must have,
this
right?
movie.
Uh, yeah, it's just so you never knew what to like. It was literally one scene to the other. It could be anything. No rhyme or reason whatsoever. There's like you said, for the four characters, you have the mom, the surgeon general, the plates, and Brain, and they each have kind of their own thing. Brain is the seemingly innocent one who he just wants a girlfriend, so he's lusting after the daughter,
How
and
old is she supposed to be? Do we know?
she looks like she's of age,
Okay.
but I she
Because all the stuff they're doing to her makes it even worse if she's underage.
yeah, but
Because it's like,
the
eh,
actress looks like she's probably 20, you know.
mm,
So yeah, but because they're in a family and everything, she's probably playing younger than that. Anyway, I try not to think too much about it because it's gross if you do, you know. Then you have Plates, he's just this little dude who throws plates. Like literally, that's his thing. He's got like powdered face, and he talks in rhymes. I guess that's Warwick Davis like his entire thing is he always talks
sounds
in
just like
rhymes.
Leprechaun too.
It's basically Leprechaun,
Yeah.
you know, without before he became Leprechaun, like a prequel to Leprechaun. And he just has plates, and when he runs out of the plates, he somehow has plates like in the ground in front of him for whatever reason. Super weird character. And the Surgeon
CGI plates
General,
too.
sorry,
CGI plates too.
yeah, CGI
When he
plates.
when he's throwing the plates from the car, did you see
Yeah.
how they just appeared in his hand out
Oh
of
yeah,
nowhere?
so totally yeah. And then the
It's so
Surgeon
fun.
General is like basically Trapjaw from Masters of the Universe, who look cool in the dark,
Mhm.
but when they I think they show him too much, so it's like it gets to a point where it doesn't look as cool, you know, when you see him too much in the daytime. But yeah, it's just a really weird movie. It's got interesting kills, fascinating fucking special effects, both, you know, like shitty CGI and good practical effects. I don't know, man. Like part of me liked it, but part of me really didn't like it either. It got long-winded by the end. I was just like, I had to actually like watch it. It took me 3 hours basically to watch it because I kept falling asleep and had to rewind back to make sure I didn't miss anything because we're reviewing it, and it just I don't know, it just didn't hit the way I thought it would. But it was definitely a weird, memorable movie.
Yeah. So they shot it on 16 millimeter, which is surprising. I would
That
have
yeah,
thought it was maybe mini DV tape or something
right.
with,
Yeah,
with
that
how it
explains
looked.
quality though.
Well, it also explains the audio because I think you don't you have to record
Yeah.
audio separate on 60 mil? Audio sucked, and I hated the fisheye lenses. I know what
What
they're
was
trying to.
that? Yeah, that was so weird.
I think they were just trying to be like an artsy kind of, oh, this is
Right.
off-putting, but it just annoyed the fuck out of me. And
Yeah.
I do have to hand it to him. I did think the dinner scene that was basically Texas Chainsaw Massacre was pretty good, but the family, like, they're at this dinner table with a little person, Warwick Davis, in a straight fucking jacket. No one questions it. The dude with the jaw in the corner, no one fucking like no one questions anything about this movie. You would think somebody would speak up, be like, "Hey, we need to get out of there." Nope, they're happy until they're even happy as they're dying. Like mom gets her throat slit, and no one fucking bounces out of the room. They're just like, "Oh shit," and like I appreciate it. I do love the special effects that they were able to accomplish with practical stuff. And even the CGI, although bad, added to the film because it was just bad already. And then, like when Plates, for example, is throwing plates from the back, like I'm wondering how they shot that because they had to have been on two moving vehicles. Why didn't he just throw plates for real? Like, doesn't make why add him CGI?
Yeah, I guess they just didn't want to deal with the fallback of throwing plates and having
I
to pick up
guess
all the fucking pieces and shit. There's a
that's
lot of
just
weird decisions in this.
stupid shit.
Like, why is the kitchen paper mache money everywhere? Like, why? Like, they don't ever address it. They have a ton of money. God knows from what, because they have like just this little shop that sells
No,
like
he feeds her
pies.
money too.
Yeah, yeah, they got money coming out of everywhere, but they don't ever talk about where they got that money from, or why money, why are they paper macheing the money? Like, it's just,
I bet you it's because they're robbing people and they're stealing their money.
I guess
That's
so,
funny.
right? I don't know. Like I'm telling you, there's no rhyme or reason for this. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy the things that happen. I don't even know how to review it honestly
So
because
almost in order, honestly. Like so everyone dies, right? The mom, dad, the
yep,
boy gets cut in
the
half, which
boy,
is
which is
cool.
the scene that you saw,
Yeah.
yeah, well, that we both saw on Instagram, which is yeah, it's hilarious.
Um, and then Brain captures the chick and puts her in like a basically like a padded cell with like newspapers and shit to like
Yeah,
make her
paper
his
machine
girlfriend.
newspaper. Yeah,
Yeah. And Brain has a literal brain on his head.
yeah,
Like
that's
why?
it.
Why? I ask.
No, the Surgeon General, I guess he does like experiments on people.
Well,
Is what
how do
we're
you get a brain on the outside of your head?
he's like a mutant, right? It's like
Okay.
head of the family? Is that
Oh, yeah. Well,
the
but he's like literal head though, I think.
yeah.
Like a head with arms. This guy has a brain growing outside of his brain or
Yeah,
outside of his skull.
with toys inside and
Did I miss
uh,
something? Why were there toy blocks inside of his skull?
no, it's just a
Just was.
thing, you know, it just was,
Okay.
and he also has green blood,
Yeah.
which
Well,
you
he's
know,
ugh, gross.
yeah, like you just never knew, you know. We have to talk about the infamous scene
Mhm.
where out of nowhere, for no reason, he's running down like Times Square, I guess, like New York City for sure, just naked, just running down the street. People are kind of looking at him because
It's New York, dude. It's
they
normal.
filmed it without a permit. He got arrested by
Poor guy.
undercover police officers because for public indecency. And yeah, and the scene has nothing to do with anything. It's just like a random insert,
Wasn't that
like a Family Guy joke, you know, like
wasn't that kind of like his fantasy world though? Like of what could be for him? And like his
uh,
fantasies being a
yeah,
sexual deviant?
some I don't know. It's
He's
yeah,
dedicated to his role though. You know, he made like 10 bucks in a fucking soda from this, so
right,
he got arrested for it.
yeah,
I thought Brain was the stupidest fucker. First of all, plates beat the fuck out of plates. He's plates. Okay, it's not threatening. It's a fucking plate.
right,
And then Brain like punch him, and that thing will pop, as we see a little bit later on. It's exactly what happens to his dumb ass. But like none of the villains were physically scary except for main dude.
yeah. The Surgeon General, that's like basically Trap Jaw. He's pretty.
Yeah, he's
He
pretty.
looks like a traditional kind of like, especially early 2000s like horror villain.
Mhm.
You know, he looks like a creature he's got this like metal jaw and he uses like these big hooks and chains and shit like that. And yeah, there's a scene at the beginning where people are driving and he like fucks up their car and shit, and it's
Oh
just
yeah, I forgot about
actually
that.
it's like yeah, he was pretty cool,
Mhm.
but they show him too much. That's my problem. And he kind of goes out at it like, you know, I know that I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but he just goes out, he just goes, like he just explodes. There's
Yeah.
no reason for it. He just it's weird.
I really love the tunnels that she escapes into.
Yeah,
After she gets out of that very convenient trapdoor that they somehow built in the cage, hoping that no one would find.
yeah, for sure.
But I love the tunnels. They were like creepy and gross, and I love that whole set that they built there.
How about the Mad Max scene where they put her in a wedding dress and then like tie her to the hood of the
Why?
car the same way as
Why
they
did they do
do
that?
in Mad Max? Yeah, I
Why?
don't know. Why not?
It isn't. I know, but why? Like, what's the point of? He was
There's
trying to
none.
marry her.
They literally, yeah, exactly. He's trying to marry her, but they put her to the hood of the car. They don't do anything with it. They just eventually just let her go.
Well, don't they get in a fight? No, she's on the hood of the car when they come across another truck, and that's when Plates is throwing make-believe plates at it, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Some random people.
Hmm.
Um, I wrote down this quote because later on in the film, a gang of motorcycle people called the Ancient Ones, I think, because
The
they're all
ancient
old.
ones. Yeah.
There you go. They show up, and of course, they stumble upon the diner and all that crap. And one of the old ladies for some reason says, "Suit yourself, punk," and I thought it was the funniest line delivery because she just, I'm like, wow, what the fuck's going on?
God, their acting was so bad,
Oof.
but it made it funny because it's just like, wow, it's like the only old people they can get, and they like delivered in lines. You tell they never acted in their whole
Suit
fucking
yourself,
lives.
punk.
Yeah. Oh my God. But it was worth them having being in the movie just to see them like explode. I think that's
Hmm.
to me one of the best scenes in the movie is they all explode in like different ways. I don't remember why
Doesn't
is it
he?
something they're holding?
She puts a peace symbol on their
Oh,
shirts or
that's
something,
right.
or on their forehead or
The
something.
peace symbol is the thing that
It's like a
explodes. And for
bomb.
some reason, they see the first one explode. Like the guy's, it's in his hand, and his hand, like arm, just
It's
completely
fucking
fucking
sick, dude.
explodes. And then everyone, some people have it in their forehead, and they're just looking at the sky, like,
What?
yeah, you know,
What?
yeah.
I'm telling you, everyone's so fucking stupid. They don't react to
Everyone's
anything in
stupid in
this
this
movie.
movie. Yeah,
But
they
that scene is awesome though, when they're
that's
all
yeah.
getting blown up.
I think that's the best scene in the movie. Honestly, it's just
Hmm.
because there's a bunch of them that get blown up, and they all get blown up in different ways. Because, like I said, one guy's holding his hand, one guy's got it on his forehead, one guy's in front of his face. It's just yeah, it's pretty cool.
And then we meet the creator who's like a headless torso.
Yeah, it was
Again, I ask why.
a headless bodybuilder. We should
There you go.
like specific, very specifically.
Hmm.
That's kind of running this whole thing. I guess he's the one running the experiments.
I don't see how he doesn't have a head.
Yeah, why we don't know, how we don't know. You know,
Purpose.
just yeah.
So he's kind of like a dark. Honestly, it's the same around the same time. House of Thousand Corpses is made too, and it has
Hmm.
a lot of the same beats to the
It does.
story. No
Yeah.
way they could have seen each other though, because I know Corpses delayed years and years and all
Right.
that.
Right.
But it's still like it's eerily similar to it.
It is.
Even
Yeah.
even to the stuff where like the creator, that's the same kind of scene where they meet Dr. Satan.
Right.
It's like, oh, this is weird.
Yeah. But very
Um,
low budget
oh,
version of
very low
that.
budget.
Yeah.
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 I wrote
Yeah.
this down. I don't remember what I'm talking about here. I said, ha ha ha, the family heaven scene.
The family heaven scene.
Yeah, the
Oh
family
yeah,
heaven
yeah.
scene.
There's a point where she it's because it's only the girl that's alive for most of the movie,
Uh-huh.
and she like imagines the family like having a barbecue, and it's
Oh,
like
her family,
heaven.
her dead family.
It's her dead family,
Oh,
yeah,
okay, I didn't remember that.
and it's just so cheesy and so dumb. Oh my
Oh
God,
gosh.
yeah.
I thought the excessive screaming over the end credits was
Oh God,
very excessive.
I had to turn it off. It was like I
I'm
couldn't
like,
do
shut
it.
up.
And then like the house explodes, but it's very clearly a model house. Like it's just, and they'd show the same explosion from different angles, which was kind of funny. Yeah, this movie is weird, man. I, yeah, I don't know.
I was trying to find the budget for it, but even AI doesn't know what the fuck it was
I know,
made for.
so what is this movie? Yeah, this is actually weirder than Spookies, I think, to be honest. Spookies at least had somewhat of a story. This just fucking does not have a, it's just it's a
Um,
random collection of scenes. Like you said, the base of the story is yeah, the family. They was it they blow a tire or something, and then
I don't even remember how they do that.
yeah they blow a tire, so they need help. So they go to the old lady store, and she's like, "Yeah, come to my house, I'll help you." Basically, House of a Thousand Corpses.
Right.
You know?
Except baby's hot and this is just this
Yeah,
old creepy woman.
exactly. And yeah, so they go to her super creepy house, and she has a weird family, and then it becomes Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Flash Hills Have Eyes because they're kind of mutants, and
Yeah, slash Road Warrior.
yeah, everyone dies. Yeah, exactly. That's basically the
I
movie.
thought it was funny where I hate this in movies, man. When you walk into someone's home, it's not your home,
Mhm.
but people start acting like it's their home. The kid sees the TV and the Nintendo,
Yeah, right,
go straight for it. You don't know who that Nintendo is. That could
right.
be his priceless heirloom, you little piece of shit. I found the budget. Can you guess what it was?
Oh,
Under a million.
yeah, definitely under a million.
Yeah,
I would say. Well, okay, I kind of heard you say it there, but
yeah. I said 600.
yeah, I was
So
gonna say because the explosions were
the gore is
impressive.
great.
The gores are yeah, impressive. They got Warwick
Sets.
Davis, so that had to be some money there. I
Was
mean,
Warwick big though? Because Leprechaun was in
yeah, so
93.
we're talking like
So you,
multiple leprechauns later.
that's true. But was it big enough for Warwick to be like sought after? Because it's not like he's in a ton of stuff.
I mean, what else is he known for? Like the two things he's known
Being a
for.
Ewok.
Yeah, but he's known for what? Is it Willow
Willow. Yeah, yeah.
and
Oh, Willow.
Leprechaun,
Willow's big.
and both of those would have come out by this time.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
but this is also like, in the 2000, so in the early 2000s, a lot of these movies were okay. They were seen, and then no one really gave a shit. It's not until convention started in, I'd say, like the 2010 era, that people started getting big again. Like Killer Clowns. No one cared about Killer Clowns in 2004. No one cared about Hocus Pocus in 2004. Like all these actors kind of went dormant for like a
Yeah.
decade, and then it's not until they were sought after for autographs in like 2010 that they started coming back into. So this is that period where he's probably just looking for work.
I found the
And
reason.
oh, really? Is there an actual?
There is.
Oh no.
AI had the reason. So I put why was Warwick Davis in Skin Deep? It's due to his professional relationship and friendship with the film's director, who is a renowned special makeup effects artist
Hmm.
who collaborated with Davis on the Leprechaun film series.
There you go.
So he was homies with them.
It's an IOU. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be in your fucking movie.
There you go.
Only if
Yeah.
I could throw plates.
Right? It's such a weird role.
It
Yeah.
is.
I don't know.
It's
It,
Leprechaun's voice with Warwick out of makeup. That's all it
yeah.
is.
Basically. Yeah. And
It's
he
weird,
throws
man.
plates. He's got a plate machine. Like,
I guess. Who would you
yep.
rather fight though, plates or I fucking beat the fuck out of brains, dude?
Yeah. The brains is just dumb. He didn't do anything.
No,
But if you're talking plates or the Surgeon General, I'd probably go
plates
after
is fucking
plates. I mean, plates
sniper
is
with
just
that.
dumb. Yeah, he's a sniper. Yeah, he's like bullseye basically. Like he doesn't fucking miss. Yeah, I still the plates is still third just plates, right? So
Yeah, it's true.
yeah, the other dude's pretty crazy. But like I say, he at the end he's the last one alive of the family, and he's going after the girl, and he's got dynamite on his chest. I don't remember her igniting that dynamite, but
Hmm.
he just explodes. He just gone, and that's the end. She goes
Huh.
on a motorcycle. She leaves the house. The house explodes too. Okay,
Why? No
we
one
don't know
knows.
why. And then she goes to the sheriff's station, and she's like basically looking for help. She sees that there's a weird like Indiana Jones warehouse next to the station for whatever reason, not explained. And the sheriff is all weird, and then he starts laughing, and that's the end. And then it goes over the credits.
And then she screams.
Yeah, and then she screams. That's right. That goes over the credits, and
So
that's
he's
it.
part of the
Yeah, just
family
like
or
Texas
whatever.
Chainsaw Massacre. So
And House of Corpses. When
yeah,
Spalding picks her up
it's
and
yeah.
Otis is in the back seat.
What an odd find, but like an interesting way to find, like something
I
like this.
I had a great time with it, and I think it would be even better time
I
hanging
wish I
out.
watched it in a group.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, because I think that lowered my score watching it alone, and I was tired, and I just wasn't having it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's definitely one you need to be awake and like
yeah,
ready to watch. Like Rectuma, you got to be ready to watch that piece of shit.
that's right. Yeah,
Honestly, though, if I don't know if it does, but if this has a label release, I'm fucking buying it.
yeah,
Hell yeah, dude! I want to see interviews. I want to see
yeah.
location scout trips, and
Autographs
it's,
of
I'm gonna
well,
fucking meet whatever Brain and be like, dude,
his
the
brain out of
fuck?
jail. Yeah.
I know. I want, yeah, dude, I need to do a deep dive with these actors and see what they're doing besides Warwick, obviously, and see if they were
Yeah, old lady's
done anything
probably
else.
gone, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, yeah. This is a I don't even, like honestly, yeah. I don't know how
What
people
do
are
you
gonna
give
feel
it?
about it. So I gave it 2 out of 5.
Okay.
I didn't have that much fun with it. I had more fun discussing it than I did watching it. There are a few scenes that were memorable. Maybe I'm being a little hard on it, being because I was so tired. It might be one I watch again one day with a group.
Okay.
But right now, yeah, I was really trying not to fall asleep
Fair
most of the
enough.
movie. So 2 out of 5.
So you like Spookies a lot more than this one?
I don't think I think I gave Spooky 2.5. So
Okay.
yeah, I wouldn't say a
So,
lot more, but I enjoyed Spookies. I just like the atmosphere of Spookies more.
mhm.
More the Halloween vibe and yeah, different creatures and stuff like that. This was just weird.
Yeah. All right. And yes, this does have a boutique label release from Severin Films,
Of
which I will
course.
definitely be picking up because I'm a psycho. And I give this one a 3 out of 5. At the end of the day, if I had this much fun watching it alone and then discussing it,
Hmm.
I can just imagine what a group setting would be because it's just so fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think this is a group setting movie.
Mhm. And
Definitely.
honestly, the practical effects were really fucking cool. Like, there's a lot of
Yeah.
great stuff in here, like Brain's brain getting ripped open and like weird shit coming out of it, and the biker gang getting blown up, and there's a lot of great stuff in here. It needed a little bit. It needed direction, and it needed like someone to rein in it a bit because it's way all over the place. If I had to pick between this one and Spookies to watch right now, I would probably do Skin Deep.
So I do
But that
spooky, so yeah.
you would do Spookies, but honestly, they're both movies I need to pick up because I would love to have them in my collection.
I'm even trying to think like if I had like another movie club and it's like okay, you have to pick spookies or this, I'd still probably pick spookies.
Spookies.
You know? Yeah.
You just want to see that fucking weird old man again with
You're
his
right.
underwater voice.
Yep.
All right. Well, Skin Deep. Let's see what the homies at Letterboxd say about it. They let's see. Friends ratings 3.1 and overall community rating of 2.9. So right where we're at. And
Perfect.
yeah.
All right, so I'll give the little outro here since we don't have Joe. So
Show.
thank you everyone for listening to the episode. Sorry Joe couldn't make it. You know, he's always working, man. That guy
Fucking
is just
bum.
fucking crazy. Next week we are doing another kind of weird movie, but this time it was voted by our listeners. So it's my pick, and I was kind of teetering between three films. I put up Signs. I put up what was it? What was that Japanese movie called?
The Grudge?
The Grudge remake, the Grudge like remake from the American version, but they didn't get voted in. They decided to go with The Stuff, which is not
I'm
as
shot.
weird as Spookies or Skin Deep, but definitely has its own charm, I would say, from the 1980s. So I'm looking forward to that one. You've seen that one before, right, Todd?
I have, and I have the Arrow release of it, so I'm ready to
You
plug it
picked it
back
up
in.
recently, right? I think I saw
I
you
did
pick it
because
up.
I remember you were going to pick it, so I grabbed it at Whorehound.
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, so join us next week for this stuff. Don't forget that on May 16th we have our big movie premiere for the final episode in Salem, Massachusetts at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. It is at Cinema Salem, and if you'd like tickets, they are absolutely free. Just contact one of us and we'll get you those tickets. If you can't make it to Salem, we will be having a movie club night. Probably not at its regular like time and day because I want everyone to be there. I want Todd to be there. I want Joe to be there. So we'll announce that probably around the time of the premiere so that we can do kind of an online premiere as well. And then it'll be on streaming somewhere down the line. We're still working out those details. So be patient with that. Yeah, and other than that, you can also pick up some merch, including a brand new shirt, the THSB Films logo, which is the production company that we decided to start to make these films, designed by our good friend Corey. That design is now up on tpublic.com, and of course, you have all of our other awesome designs, which you could also pick up. We really appreciate it if you would. And then, of course, there's going to be Blu-rays of the final episode that are going to be available in a month or two. We are right now fulfilling all of our Indiegogo perks. We're going to start doing all of the physical perks, such as the Blu-rays, the posters, the props that people have purchased, and all that stuff. So that's going to start coming out probably in May as well. If you want to have up-to-date news and everything, just follow us everywhere, social media, the Horror Squad podcast, or ask any of us, and we will give you all the details. So join us next week for The Stuff. Bye.